Hey there, everyone. My name is Griff, and I'm with the Watauga County Voting Rights Task Force, which is a nonpartisan organization that just wants to make sure that every student is registered to vote on campus at their new address. And that's particularly important for us college students because we tend to move every single year. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to go ahead and get you registered to vote at your new address. So you're going to need your cell phone. So go ahead and pull out your cell phones because you're going to be scanning a QR code. So grab your cell phones, and I'll show you this QR code that you're going to scan. And this is going to be valid for people that have a North Carolina driver's license because it's going to be through the DMV. And if you're going to be doing this online for your online voter registration, so if you have a North Carolina if you have a North Carolina ID, this is going to apply to you. So I'll go ahead and pull up that QR code. Okay. So go ahead and scan that QR code with your phones. You can just go to your camera app, and you should just be able to go ahead and scan that QR code. It's going to bring you to a Google Doc. And this Google Doc is only meant for that. If we need to correct some information that's on there, or you left something out, we can at least get in contact with you. Instead of Board of Elections just getting rid of it, we can actually fix it first. So go ahead, once you do that QR code, it's going to bring you up to this Google Doc. Start filling in some of that information. So it's going to be your full name as it appears on your driver's license. So your first, your middle, and your last, your phone number, and then your new address that's going to be in Watauga County. So if you live on campus, that's going to be a dorm room, the dorm room that you live in. And if you live off campus, it's going to be just your normal address. And make sure that you include your apartment number and your dorm number if you live on campus in that address right there. And if you live on campus, we have those addresses for you there at the bottom. So you can go ahead and copy and paste one of those addresses wherever you do live into that box above. And keep that address because we're going to need that address for the voter registration that's on the next page. So once you've done your full name, once you've done your phone number, and once you have done your address, we're going to go ahead and click submit, and we'll be moved to this next page, which this is where you're going to click at the top link right here where it says go to register online at the DMV. Go ahead and click that link at the top, and that's where we're going to begin your North Carolina voter registration form. So once you click that, it's going to prompt you to this. So go ahead and click get started at the My North Carolina DMV. Go ahead and click get started, and then it's going to prompt you to go to this page, and you can just press continue to My North Carolina DMV services there at the bottom where that little red arrow is pointed. And once you've clicked that, I'll give you a second. Once you've done that, it's going to prompt you to go to this page where you can either sign in with your email, you can sign in with Apple, you can sign in with Facebook, or Google. But really the easiest way to do this is just continue as a guest because it's not really going to make that much of a difference to you. You're just not going to be signing up. You'll just be continuing as a guest, and it makes it a lot quicker for you right here in the moment. So really my recommendation is go ahead and click continue as a guest, or you can go ahead and continue with any of the other various login ways right there. And then after you've done that, it's going to prompt you to this page, and you're going to go right there at the bottom where it says submit a voter registration application. Very simple. Go ahead and click that where it says submit a North Carolina voter registration application. And then it's going to prompt you to actually start your voter registration. And so this is what it's going to look like. It's going to have these little boxes for you guys to include very specific information. It's very important that you fill this out fully and accurately because the Board of Elections wants it very specifically. So go ahead and do as it asks. This first page asks for your North Carolina driver's license or your DMV issued card number. And it's going to start with 4 zeros there at the beginning and then also include the rest of it. And then your social security number, date of birth, and things like that. So again, if you live on campus, be sure to include your address that you have for off campus. But if you live on campus, use that address that we used earlier, which is going to be your dorm address. But either way, be sure to include that apartment number or that dorm room number. That's very important. Furthermore, if you live on campus, you're going to have an ASU PO box, and it's very important that you include that ASU PO box. And the way you can find that ASU PO box number is by going to your email and typing in box assignment. And it's sent from Foster G. So go ahead and type in box assignment in that subject line, and you can find your ASU PO box there. But if you live off campus, usually your mailing address is just your residential address, so you should be good to go. A couple things otherwise, early voting is gonna begin October 15th. So be sure to get out there and you early vote. And you can, if you register to vote here in Watauga County, you can actually early vote on campus. So make sure to do that. And also use the correct zip code. 28608 is on campus, 28607 is off campus. So be sure to use the correct address on that. And otherwise, if anyone has any questions or any concerns, feel free to email me. That is my email, griffithporter.northcarolina@gmail.com. Also, if you do not have a North Carolina driver's license, you can also email me and we can set up a time to do a voter registration in person, or we can correspond to make sure that you get registered to vote before the election. So definitely give me an email if you have any questions, but otherwise, thank you guys so much. And thank you for taking the time to register to vote. It's super important. And just make sure you early vote, okay? Thank you so much. Bye now.